On this video, we're about to talk about how I lost $100,000.
We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing.
We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing.
So look, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all my people. I ain't never made $100,000. But this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm really talking about. How my decisions have led to me not earning $1,000, but I accumulated the skills and the abilities that in the market is actually worth $100,000. And by not using them, I'm costing myself $100,000 a year. Every year, I continue to underperform. So my first job ever was an insurance sales representative. And you talking about being thrown to the fire? Yes, I understood street sales, but being an insurance sales rep, I had to get certified, which means I had to go to school after I went to school. It was crazy. I failed the test 3 times. We ain't gonna talk about it. But in that job, I learned valuable principles in the art of communication, how to make effective phone calls, and just the sales process in general. So from that period of time, I went into direct sales. I'm talking about Cutco. I'm talking about Kirby vacuums, ADT home security system, and car sales. I, in my opinion, failed at every one. I maybe made 1 or 2 sales in each industry, but what I did was learn, and I continued to fail forward. I ended up failing myself into the wireless industry. So I left the car sales and then went into something more structured. I went into the wireless industry, and I don't know if you know or not, but it was a gift in disguise because there are representatives and retail managers that sell cell phones that make 6 figures per year.
So did you know that a manager at Walmart can actually make up to $170,000 each year? That's more than a lawyer, a software development manager, or even a pharmacist.
So I went to all of them. I'm talking about Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile, and then I got hired inside of Target, where you sell all of them at once. You know what I'm saying? You jack of all trades. I did all of that, and I learned the necessary skills of what it would take to make 6 figures in that industry. I did it for a lot of years. I learned all of the jargon. I learned the above board ways to make money, the under the board ways. But what happened was my family life and some of my other bad decisions in the past started to catch up with me. So I left the more corporate version of retail sales, and then I went into, the bottom door basement stuff. You know what I'm saying? I started working at Metro, in which case, anybody in the hood, y'all know it's called Getro for a reason. But even in that environment, there was still opportunities to make 6 figures. There were people I came across that were making 6 figures. One of the principles that held me back in that industry is not being a big picture thinker. When I would present the packages to the people, so to get a phone is $100, plus a case is $20, plus a screen protector is another $20, and then we got taxes. So then all together, you're going to be looking at this big grand total here. Do you see how I went from one number and then added it to another number and added it to another number, and the numbers went here? What I was supposed to do is actually use my sales training and get the customer thinking about a big number in the first place. Oh, you want a phone? Altogether today is going to cost you around $200. But because I like you, I can get you the phone, the protection package, the best plan that we have to offer, and everything to keep your phone safe. I'm talking about case and screen protector, all for the low price of $150 out the door. Woo! We had to get up out the rain, man. It was cold outside. So listen, when you package things the proper way, they have more incentive to take, the customer has more incentive to take advantage of what you're talking about. So just not using my sales principles the way that I should have. And then because I worked in an environment where people didn't have the most money, I then know now I began stereotyping people. So I never option the big package, because the assumption is people in areas that don't have a lot of money don't have a lot of money to spend. And that's not always the case. Matter of fact, 9 times out of 10, that's not the case, because they got money, they just ain't giving it to you, right? So not doing that. The next thing I did wrong, and the next hurdle that I had to face in my pursuit of and missing out on $100,000, is not looking at the opportunity that things like this, like YouTube, not taking advantage of them the right way and not taking advantage of it earlier. When I worked at Metro PCS, now it's called Metro by T-Mobile, I had to do the cell phone unboxing and troubleshooting. Why, for the life of me, didn't I put on YouTube the Metro guy and show people how to work the phone, show you how to clear up your storage? The phone only come with a certain amount of storage, so you gonna need an SD card if you want to take pictures. Otherwise, you ain't gonna be able to download no apps. I need you to know that, because I'm giving value. I need you to know, as opposed to coming into the store every time you come into the store and now I'm fixing your phone instead of selling them a phone. When I come and service yours, I don't make no more money. You ain't gonna give me no tip for fixing your phone that you felt like shouldn't have been broken in the first place. So I'm costing myself new sales by not creating a system where people could solve their problems at home. How to create a Gmail account. If I created videos about how to create a Gmail account 10 years ago, do you know how valuable, how would you guys have wanted to know 10 years ago the best way to create a Gmail account and how to create a Gmail account from your phone? How to create a Gmail account for your kid, and so on and so forth. How to transfer contacts from an iPhone to an Android. How to transfer contacts from an Android to an iPhone. How to recover the Gmail account that you don't have the password for. There's so many things that I had to do on a daily basis that should have been recorded, that would have been so valuable to people that weren't able to make it to my store. I maybe would have given value to people across the country that wasn't able to make it to me, and maybe didn't have representatives in their state, in their store, that had that like I had that You understand? So not being a big picture thinker, not creating a YouTube for the purpose of giving value in the area of expertise that I spent the most time. And when I finally did create a YouTube, being so naive that I thought by being motivational and inspirational like E.T. and Les Brown and Zig Ziglar, I was going to become famous overnight. None of that worked out, and it cost me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I would have made had I used my area of expertise to give more value to the marketplace. So I wanted to make this video to remind anybody watching, whatever you are good at, there is a way to make it pay you. Please understand me. If you become resourceful enough, there is a way to make it pay you. But it's going to take work. It's going to take putting yourself in a direct path of your blessings, because sometimes your dreams need some miracle dust to become a reality. But if it's possible for somebody else, it's possible for you. There's miracle dust out here. There's people that are living their dreams as a byproduct of an opportunity that maybe wasn't meant for them, but they executed. Come on, backup quarterbacks. Come on, six mans. Come on, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you right now are underplaying, you got to tell yourself the truth for real. You have to be authentic with you. You have to really say, could you have given more this year? Could you have maybe made some small changes in what you did and how you thought, and breathe some level of belief into you to where you can give value to somebody that you don't know or can't see. And with that being said, guys, in this video, these are the ways that I have cost myself 6 figures a year from the time I got proficient at understanding the way that certain things worked and I didn't do anything about it. That's how I cost myself up until this point. So this maybe have been for the last, I cost myself $100,000 per year for maybe the last 4 years. That's almost $500,000. I am done costing me money. The question is, are you done? And with that, we out. And what I need y'all to do is 2 things. Let's connect with the link down in the description on Facebook or Instagram and hit that subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.
I remember when that hunger